I traveled to Ganvie, the most unique villages in the world, a place where thousands of people live entirely on water. No roads, no cars, just boats and a way of life that has existed for centuries. But what I didn't expect was what happened next. A Vodou priest invited me into his world, agreeing to be on video, something that hadn't ever been done in this part of Africa before.
We've now entered the Voodoo priest's home. We're gonna have a seat, tell him hello, bonjour, hello.
And what he told me, what I saw inside, changed the way I saw this fascinating community. Was I about to be scammed? Robbed? Was I about to witness a wild spiritual transformation? I had no idea. This is a side of Ganvie most people never see, and I'm showing this to you with the hopes that the popularity of this video grows. Please take the time right now to like, subscribe, and tell me where you're watching from in the comments. Now let's go. When I first arrived, I didn't know what to expect. Ganvie, this floating village on water, often called the Venice of Africa, can only be gotten to by boat.
We're about to get on a boat and we're gonna go to a village that can only be gotten to by boat, can only be traveled to by boat.
But before I entered it, I found a mysterious statue, a foreshadow of what was to come. Like a gargoyle used outside of Western churches, sometimes interpreted to ward off evil, so too are these Vodou shrines here to provide safe passage for whoever passes him, onto a boat and into the secret waters of Ganvie.
We are doing that now. See you on the other side.
Today people said it is Africa Venice.
The boats were not as sturdy as I thought. Rocking over water, I was tracing the very route of the Tofino people who founded the area in the 17th century, many hundreds of years ago, in order to escape slave raiders. Since the Fon people believed that their sacred laws forbade them from fighting on water, the Tofino built stilted homes here, creating a floating sanctuary where they sought refuge from being kidnapped and sold into slavery. Over time, Ganvie evolved into a thriving community centered around fishing and trade. Today, it remains one of Africa's largest lake villages, home to around 20,000 people. Despite modern challenges like pollution and climate change, the village retains its cultural identity with traditions passed down through generations. Life revolves around the water, from the bustling floating market to the daily canoe commutes. Though the world around it has changed, Ganvie stands as a testament to resilience, innovation, and the deep connection between people and their environment. But there's even more. This is West Africa, and in West Africa, Vodou is very much a part of the culture. It's not that voodoo that you might be thinking of, but an actual practice and legal religion in Benin that is very much part of the spiritual network of West Africa all the way to the Caribbean. Vodou is deeply rooted in Ganvie's culture, blending spiritual beliefs with daily life. Priests, practitioners, and mediators live and work in the hidden shacks of Ganvie, and I found a man who agreed to be on video for this sacred practice.
There's a little bit of land that we're on now. You can hear the music going. I'm gonna take my hat off to show respect. Here we go.
Walking through the streets with waters rising up as puddles around my feet, the sounds of African music played in the distance, and I followed it.
That we're in a sort of flatland area. The water is we're still kind of under sea level. These are homes and houses that are in the marsh. This looks like some kind of fetish. Usually, I've noticed before the fetishes, they are putting dates on them. And if you notice, they're in the first month of the year. That's January. Every January, Togo and Benin have a large voodoo festival. People stop working. There are voodoo celebrations throughout the entire country. Things like this are built, and this is where fetishes are. And this is where people come to make sacrifices, put things into a fire, and ask for wishes and ask for different spells and rituals to take place on their behalf from the voodoo priest. I think we're gonna go and see him now. We just have to make our way through this marsh.
Eventually, I made it to the residence of the Vodou priest, a man who greeted us only by a whisper and a vast assortment of alcohol.
So essentially what we have to do, we're supposed to make an offering of 5,000 francs, 5,000 francs, and you speak to it privately. And you say it privately, and you give it here into his ritual area. And I believe a fetish will speak to whatever we are sort of secretly asking. So I'm going to get some money out now. And this is how you do it. Gotta get money out and pay the man.
That's what we have to do with the find out. And then when we ask.
Okay, thank you very much. Merci for seeing me. But do I say it out loud, the question? Okay. 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 Okay.
Spiritual gunshot. Okay, so this is like a.
This one is for spiritual awareness with voodoo leader. Cheers. Oh.
After ceremoniously drinking with the practitioner, he turned to a doll in the corner of his home and it began to speak. Unbelievably, the doll began to whistle in a tone only the Vodou priest could understand. Was I being pranked? Was this even real? Was this the biggest scam on earth? Clearly, something was in the mouth of the man, but even if we figured it out, he likely would have told us that the whistle is his way of communicating with the spirits that enraptured the doll. So, of course, I didn't say anything, and I allowed the entire play to run unadulterated.
So he said that you have a good behavior and you're doing fine, but your businesses are not like going as well as it was going before. So things are not going as well as they were going in the past.
Businesses?
Okay. Things are not going well. Is it okay?
Yeah.
So he said that so the way you like usually try to help your friends and try to assist them, and when they have a concern you feel like involved and you do everything possible that things go well, people don't always behave the same way, and you sometimes find yourself struggling alone so that you have solutions to your problems.
Okay.
Is that true?
Yeah, I think so.
This one, we don't put it on. But we can eat on anything. But question you don't want this finish.
So he said, okay, so if that's fine. So there are things as well that you should do so that spiritually you can have the guidance that you need to be on the right path, and then so that doors open and your businesses and everything start flourishing.
Okay.
And going well.
What should I do? What should I do?
Yeah, the airport. That way.
I don't need that way. I mean, I'm global. No, can you anything? When me no dagbe, or FIFA dagbe, or me go, no me no go.
Said that they should make a perfume for you, and that perfume you will, after taking a bath or a shower, always spray the perfume, and that will help your spiritual energy to be on the right, with the right vibrations, so that doors open.
By the end of the entire debacle, I was a bit unmoved, but that doesn't mean something spiritual didn't happen. Indeed, Vodou in Ganvie is not just a belief, but a living memory of survival, a spiritual technology that has bound a people together since they fled enslavement. It transforms the unseen forces of history, pain, resilience, and the rhythms of nature into rituals that give meaning, identity, and continuity to the people who live here. Even without gods, it functions as an ancient code of ethics, healing, and community, proving that the sacred is not about what is real, but about what endures. If you're interested in coming here, I've included all of the links and contact information in the description about how to get in touch with the best and most affordable people in the region who can get you to Ganvie and through its waters. If you want to see more about this unusual side of the world without all of the production value, just support me, a guy with a simple vlogging camera. Please like, subscribe, and share the video with people. It goes a long way. This is Jody Ray for Where Jody At. Thanks for watching.
¿Cómo se va?